China announced its intention to play peacemaker in the Niger crisis following a coup that ousted its elected president, triggered sanctions, and increased tensions in the African region and its former colonial ruler, France. Kai Vilan files this report.
China has declared its intention to mediate and assist in resolving the ongoing political crisis in Niger. This move follows a coup in July which led to international sanctions and concerns of military intervention. Zhang Feng, the Chinese ambassador to Niamey, stated during a meeting with Niger's military-appointed Prime Minister Ali Lamin Zine that China aims to act as a mediator while respecting the sovereignty and interests of the nations involved in the crisis. He underscored China's adherence to the principle of non-interference in the internal affairs of other countries. It can be noted that China has shown its role as a mediator after successfully forging a peace deal between Saudi Arabia and Iran. Meanwhile, Niger's military government has been under increasing pressure from the international community, particularly the Economic Community of West African States or ECOWAS, to restore constitutional order. ECOWAS has not ruled out the possibility of using force as a last resort if diplomatic efforts fail. Meanwhile, Algeria proposed a 6-month transitional plan to restore democracy in Niger, which was met with skepticism by ECOWAS due to its perceived lengthy timeline. Several Western countries, including the United States, France, the Netherlands, and Germany have suspended foreign assistance projects in Niger in response to the coup. In contrast, China has expressed its commitment to continuing projects aligned with Nigerian authorities' interests. China has been a significant partner for Niger in various sectors, including energy, oil, and infrastructure. And both countries are jointly involved in a substantial 2,000-kilometer oil export pipeline project aimed at transporting crude oil from southern Niger to the port of Semi in Benin. The Nigerian military had revoked deals that allowed French troops to operate in the country, which means that they now view the stay of French forces as illegal. France had already withdrawn their troops from Burkina Faso earlier this year after the country's military rulers asked them to leave. It has also pulled its forces out of Mali, following tensions with the military government following a coup in 2020. The Nigerian military has also ordered the immediate expulsion of French Ambassador Sylvain Ité. The junta enjoys the support of the masses, with thousands gathering in front of the French embassy and demanding them to leave Niger. Kai Vilan reporting, SMNA News.
The United States authorities issued warnings to schools in the eastern part of the country due to the intense heat that forced many educational institutions to shift to remote learning. Kai Vilan has the details.
Many schools in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, USA have switched to remote learnings due to intense heat waves. And this extreme weather is not only in Pennsylvania. In fact, the whole eastern part of the United States is currently grappling with intense weather. Several cities set records on Monday, marking it as the hottest Labor Day in history. Minneapolis recorded 98 degrees, while Atlantic City, New Jersey, recorded 94 degrees. And on Tuesday, the extreme heat wave was felt from Minnesota to Texas and to Massachusetts. The U.S. forecasted that the extreme heat wave could reach up to 99 degrees in Washington, D.C., 91 degrees in New York City, 97 degrees in Raleigh, North Carolina, 93 degrees in Minneapolis, 91 degrees in Chicago, 100 degrees in Oklahoma City, and 102 degrees in Dallas and San Antonio. Meanwhile, Washington, D.C. mayor issued a heat emergency warning. The city of New York has warned that temperatures could reach up to 90 degrees for 3 days, marking this as the city's first heat wave season. The intense heat will continue in the south from Texas to Florida, and temperatures could go higher throughout the week. Kai Vilan reporting, SMNA News.
Japan's prime minister promised that his country will help ASEAN member states strengthen their digitalization and maritime safety. Natsumi Kojima has the details.
Prime Minister Fumio Kishida has promised to strengthen support to Southeast Asia countries in the maritime safety and digitalization sector. Japan launched a new initiative aimed at strengthening maritime security with ASEAN nations as well as boosting digitalization cooperation with them and training at least 5,000 people over the next 3 years. This plan was announced in a speech to the ASEAN Indo-Pacific Forum in Jakarta, Indonesia, which is set to host a summit of the ASEAN nations this week. Kishida, together with the ASEAN's top country leaders, will hold a special summit in December in Tokyo to celebrate 50 years of relations, noting that the cooperation between the ASEAN and Japan started in 1973. Kishida is on a trip to Indonesia for the ASEAN summit. He will then travel to India to attend for the G20 summit in New Delhi. 以上、日本から小島なつみニュースお伝えしました。SB9 ニュースジャパン。